Life with Ben, only on PTV.
Today is ramen day on Life with Ben. I'm going to be sampling 3 types of the cup noodles, which I found at Walmart, and 3 types of Hello Kitty ramen noodles that I found at Five Below. I've never really been a ramen person, but when I saw these at the stores, I went, that might make an interesting tasting, especially with the ones that I found at Walmart. These top 2 ones right here are breakfast related. This one with maple syrup pancakes, and this one with flavoring from an everything bagel. It's about time for a brunch or so here, so kind of appropriate. Let's get started. We're gonna get the breakfast ones out of the way. The first one is going to be the everything bagel. The instructions couldn't be any more clear. It just says, go for it. Remove the lid, add room temperature water to the fill line. Then it says cook it for 4 minutes on high. Let stand for 1 minute, then slurp away. Okay, these are very interesting. It's really hot. I mean, it did just come out of the microwave. And there's like little everything bagel stuff on the noodles. So let's give it a shot. Now the packaging does say limited edition, but I don't know why they would limit this. This is strangely delicious. I know a lot of college students survive on ramen because it's cheap and quick and easy, and you can store it anywhere and it just goes in a microwave. But I've never really been one to eat a lot of ramen. This one's got a lot of poppy seeds in it, and I can already feel them getting stuck in my teeth. This is an interesting product, but I like everything bagels. I always like noodles when I eat them. I would say this is delicious, and yes, I would eat this again. Let's go to the next one. The other brunch-related item for the noodles that I'm trying is called breakfast. It's artificially flavored as maple syrup pancakes, sausage, and egg. I started to stir this, and it was really interesting. There's freeze-dried sausage and eggs in here, and it's heavily wafting with maple. This ought to be very interesting. I know pancakes are carb bombs for anybody that eats them. I'm not seeing any egg or sausage on this, so I'm gonna have to go digging at some point. That's kind of strange, but not repulsive. All right, I think I've got some sausage and egg here. Again, this is oddly delicious. I know this is a limited edition according to the packaging, and I only saw this and the everything bagel noodles at Walmart the one time, and it was like one of those pallet drops that they put right in the middle of the store. I could see myself eating this off and on, not regularly and definitely not every day, but I do like the flavoring of maple. Why do I like this? You know, these things are designed for me. You throw some water in it, you throw it in the microwave, and you got lunch in 5 minutes. I don't know why I don't eat these more often, but it is strangely delicious. If these were around, I would actually recommend these. Maybe I've just got a weird palate, but this is delicious. Next, I'm going to do a comparison of the 2 chicken flavored soups that I've got for this ramen comparison. The first is the cup noodles chicken flavor. Now this does look more like a soup as opposed to the first 2, which were the breakfast ones that said that they were ramen noodles in sauce. This one's definitely a soup, but I'm still going to eat it with a fork. Kind of defeats the purpose to have soup with a fork, but when you have this many noodles, you want to make sure that you're getting the noodles on the fork, and that's the best way to capture noodles, at least in my experience. I'm only an eater. And that's a solid choice. Of course, it is just chicken, but I love chicken. And I'm sure this is very common. I mean, you see the chicken noodle ramen flavors everywhere in the stores. And I'm sure in college dormitories. Plain noodles with a few dehydrated vegetables in here too. There's flecks of corn and carrots. But I have to see how this holds up to the other one that I'm going to be trying. The second of the chicken flavored soups that I'm trying is the Hello Kitty branded soup that I found at Five Below. It's appropriate that I have Gudetama here with me. Gudetama is part of the Sanrio family, which is where Hello Kitty comes from. I've seen these flavored soups at Five Below before, but I'd never really had a reason to try them. Of course, let me create a reason to try soup. When I was putting this together, though, I found it interesting. I actually had to assemble this one. It came with 3 different packets. One had kind of like a chicken kind of slurry thing that I had to squeeze out of a packet, some dehydrated vegetable flakes, and a seasoned packet. These noodles are a different shape from the ones from the Cup Noodles people, but the flavoring is a little bit more on point. These ones are really good. You can taste the hint of chicken much easier than you can in the Cup Noodles, but it's still really hot. But I can't help myself. They're delicious. Of the 2 chicken flavors, I would say the Hello Kitty is a little bit better than the Cup Noodles. Next up is the Hello Kitty Spicy Noodle Soup. I'm a little scared of this one. It definitely had a chili sauce packet in it, and sometimes that can be a little spicy for me, but it might surprise me. I've got some water off here to the side just in case it's a little too spicy for me, but I do like a little spice in my food. I love Mexican food. I can't do curry though. I got sick on curry once many years ago, and even just the smell of it makes me sick to my stomach. But this is a spicy noodle soup from Hello Kitty. That's quite good, but I need to be careful with eating it directly out of the cup. It is still hot right out of the microwave. This one isn't bad. It's nothing that I would turn to again. Not because of the spicy flavor, it's just that I'm not that fond of the flavoring that they've put in here. I don't know what it is, but something about it just doesn't fit my palate. Not that spicy soup is a bad thing, and there are a lot of hot and spicy soups that I will eat in Chinese restaurants and other places, but I wouldn't go out of my way to try this one again. The last of the Hello Kitty noodle soups that I'm trying is hot and sour. I'm a little concerned about this one. It had a lot of sauce in it in a packet. It only had like dehydrated vegetable flakes and a large packet in it that was, it gave it its flavoring and its coloring, but it smells a little off to me of something that I would normally consume for myself. But you know, I said that this was going to be part of the noodle challenge, and I'm gonna go ahead and sample this. Let's give this last one a try. It's actually quite good, and there's the heat. I didn't think the spicy noodle one that I sampled before this one was nearly as spicy as this one, but this one, it is hot and sour. It's not the type of hot and sour soup I normally get in a Chinese restaurant, but this isn't necessarily Chinese noodles that we're talking about. These are perceived Japanese noodles, even though the product was made in Vietnam. Maybe I'm just a little naive, I don't know. Better than the spicy noodle soup. This comparison was a little different for me. While I liked the chicken noodle from Hello Kitty better than the cup of noodles, I would say that my favorite of the 6 that I sampled, oddly enough, were the breakfast cup of noodles. These are the ramen noodles and sauce with the maple flavoring and the egg and the sausage. This just really captured me, and I have no idea why. But I just found it really, really interesting and delicious. If you can find them, give them a try. I don't know if you will or not, but that's my opinion. Remember, adventure is out there.